and welcome, friends and fellow digital hoarders. This is Digital Hoarders Anonymous, meeting number 31. We meet live on YouTube every Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific to discuss our video game addictions. Or you can find us on Twitter, where you can tell us about your addiction or that great deal you just found on Mount Your Friends. You never heard of that game?
I have heard of it.
It's that game we play every day before the show.
Yeah, but I didn't think others could play.
No, there's also a video game.
Oh, that can't be nearly as fun.
Hello, my name is Alden, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Hello, my name is Brandon, and I am a digital hoarder.
Hello, my name is Dan, and I'm a digital hoarder.
Were you not thrown off at all by Brandon's accent that he just did? Hello, I'm a digital hoarder.
Hello.
I'm a digital hoarder. We are dockless this week. Real quick,
it's an odd week, so
it is an odd week. Our guest host is not here this week. He'll be out for a few weeks. He's got to work on stuff for school, so stay tuned for us.
But we still got Dan Rodriguez.
We got
good.
Dan Rodriguez, the artist, the master Photoshopper.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, DH.
We used to have this guy named Diego that did a lot of artwork for us. He's in the chat right now. This is a tough time to let him know that. Diego, did you see this? I got bad news for you.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Who else is an artist on Twitter like Sean?
Sean, sorry. Look,
it up, man.
Right there. DH.
It's over.
It's fun. It's backwards on our screen when I look at it. So I had no idea how to read that for a second. It's Nfstit. We have a fun show for you, I hope. We are going to discuss May's video game releases.
All four of them.
Yeah. And we're going to try to figure out what most of them are about. We're going to issue an apology. We're going to discuss... we got a new topic, our new segment that we're introducing. A brand new segment, a regular segment that we are introducing this episode. So stay tuned for that radio tease. But first, let's talk about what we've been playing. Daniel Rodriguez. Daniel.
Dan the man.
You know what?
Yeah.
You don't look like a Daniel.
What do I look like?
Dan works.
What?
But Daniel's like, I don't
Danielle.
know. No, Danielle.
No. Nobody calls me Daniel. Not my mom.
Danielle.
Then why'd your mom name you Daniel?
My aunt calls me Danny, which I really want to punch her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
you just said that onto YouTube.
No offense to any Dannys, but
even Danny Tanner? Can't punch Danny Tanner in the face.
Yeah, sometimes there's just names that don't fit people, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that makes sense. Like, you wouldn't want to be called Danny because you don't look like a Danny. Dan works, though. Like, you look like a Dan. The master artist, Dan.
I can't say you look like an Alden because the only Alden I know, so I guess you look like an Alden.
Yeah.
I know one other person that exists that's named Alden, and he's a character on The Walking Dead.
That's exactly the only other person I know.
Yeah, it's the only person I've ever...
Is that the same Alden that's going to be Han Solo?
He's a super douche, is he? No, I don't think so.
The guy who's going to be Han Solo is named Alden, too.
His real name's Alden?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Now you just can't get away from it.
Anyway.
Yep.
What is sad is
really
cool
for sure.
Yeah, nobody.
It's really weird to be we're a month away, not even.
Is it really that close?
It's like May 26th, and fucking nobody's talking about it. It's kind of weird.
I literally had no idea. I thought it was out like in December.
No, it's like, Dan, you just saw Infinity War. What's May 26 or something like that? There's a trailer for it.
It's coming out this month. Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I'm gonna go watch it for sure. But yeah, nobody's really talking about it. Maybe it's because Infinity War is so
trumps everything.
Yeah,
but it's Star Wars. You think that usually that just wins, and I didn't know that Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, and I had no idea she was even in that movie. So I don't know anything about it. So yeah,
I like Star Wars, but it's kind of gotten to the point where you're like, okay, it's another Star Wars movie that just keeps. They're pumping them out now.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that they're all going to be big and they're all going to be huge, and eventually I will see them, but I'm not going to go to the theaters for anything but the big, what would it call? I don't want to say trilogy because it's not a trilogy anymore. They just keep pumping them out. But anyway, Dan, what have you been playing or watching?
Not much, really. Lately, I played a lot of Sea of Thieves this week, only because I'm trying to get my friend into it. He's very controller challenged, I guess. You know, he's not. He loves like the Forza racing games and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get him to kind of branch out. We've been playing some Far Cry 5 too, a little bit of that. But normally it's me playing with, you know, more of a handicap than anything else. I think we went. Yeah, we just been. It's just hard. It's hard. That's the best word I can describe, because he'll sit there and he's like, oh no, there's something coming. And then I'm like, what is it? He's like, oh, it's just a pig. I'm like, God damn it. You know, he does it all the time. So like, I'm constantly trying to like find stuff, and he's constantly yelling out, oh no. And it's usually something stupid. Oh, hey, there's a skeleton. Yeah, kill it. You know, what are you going to do about it? But basically, that's it this week. And I watched Stranger Things.
Did you?
Because it was my poll winner. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. I mean, I didn't know what to really expect. I guess it was kind of hyped up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Since everybody was talking about it, and I love David Hopper. He was great. I love Dustin. He's fantastic. Loved him. I thought Winona Ryder was dead, so that was a pleasant surprise to see her in it. But really, 11 or Elle, she kind of stole the show, and she did. Whoever, I can't remember what her name was.
Millie Bobby Brown.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Daniel.
She was awesome. Daniel Bobby Brown. She was great, you know, and I'm definitely gonna watch season 2, because now it's kind of got its fingers in me, which is really not the proper thing to say.
No, especially when it's a show about children.
That happens all the time.
Maybe
I have a lot of fingers in me. Okay. Various parts of the day. All right, so what's next?
Oh, God.
Oh, DH. It's fun.
It's fun.
You're welcome.
So those are your thoughts, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of fingers in me.
You played some games for a few minutes. You watched Stranger Things,
yeah,
and then there were a bunch of fingers in you. Okay.
Yes.
Difficult weekend.
Well, yeah.
That's Tuesday.
Brandon.
Yeah.
What have you been playing or doing or watching or reading?
Not reading. God of War. But I'm still not nearly as far as everybody is at this point. That and Rocket League, because I went to see, and we'll get on to this later, I went to see Infinity War on Saturday, thanks to this guy. And there was an advertisement before the movie started where if you went on to Rocket League and typed in the word popcorn, you got like this special popcorn trail. And I was like, cool, I don't want to forget to do that because I'm an idiot. So I fired it up just to redeem that code, and I realized I was like 4 to 5 trophies away from the platinum. So I was like, well, screw it, I'm here now. So now I'm 1 trophy away from the platinum, which you and I will get tonight. Apparently, all you have to do is just fire up a match with a friend online. That's it. You don't even have to play the match. Yeah. So I played a decent amount of Rocket League, just farming trophies last night. Yeah, that was the last. Well, that was the second to last trophy I needed to get. The last trophy I needed to get was the one that's like drive 500 miles. Yeah, I just somehow got that randomly. I don't know when I got it, but but as far as what I've watched, that little indie flick, Avengers: Infinity War, you'll hear about it soon. Just will I? Yeah. Some people have seen. I think Dan might have seen it, but that's probably about it. But is that the one with Batman? No, it has Grimace in it. Grimace, which is sad because, and I told you this, and it's not a spoiler. There's a Grimace joke in there, and it fell flat in my theater, and nobody got it. That made me very sad that nobody remembered Grimace from McDonald's. But anyway. Brandon just stood up and yelled, "Don't you guys remember McDonald's? Like, fucking idiots!" And the Fry Kids. But Mayor McCheese. Exactly. See? You're with me. Yeah, I got you. Millennials and their avocado toast. But millennials. And then my wife Mary and I have been binging Silicon Valley because I don't know. You don't watch Silicon Valley. No. I think Silicon Valley is is the best. It's a toss-up between that and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I think, are the funniest comedies on television. Silicon Valley, I think it's just a whole nother level, though. It's just smart show. But my wife watched the pilot with me 5 years ago when it aired.
Your wife who?
Mary. Didn't like it. She did not like the pilot. It's the pilot. Yeah, that lady. Okay. The pilot is very like it's trying to set a tone. It's a lot of like tech speak in it, so she didn't like it. I was watching an episode a few weeks ago, and she was laughing her ass off, and I was like, "I told you you're gonna like the show." So now we've been binge watching that. So when you do a poll, you need to put that show on it because it's fucking fantastic. It's Mike Judge does it. So
yeah,
I mean, it's just
it looks funny.
It's fantastic.
It looks like I would enjoy it. I just haven't gotten to it.
So that's all we've been doing. I want to talk a whole lot about Infinity War, but we really can't.
Yeah, I'd say not.
Yeah, so Dan and I are talking about doing a spoiler cast for it, which you can be on.
I can be on.
The whole damn thing got spoiled for you. So.
Yeah. I read about that.
Yeah, I heard that happened as well.
I heard when the Lego Man came in.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I've done this week. And recorded an episode of #DadPod plug.
Did you? Without me?
Plug? That was this week.
Yeah, it was.
Since we recorded. Just had to get that plug in. What have you been doing?
I recorded an episode of #DadPod.
What?
Whoa. I felt like I just heard that. What have I been doing? I finished God of War. Nice. That is such an amazing game. I've said it to everybody I could, but Horizon Zero Dawn is still my favorite game. But God of War really is, it might be pretty much perfect as far as video games go. It just does everything so well. The story, the pacing, the side quests are fun. The things you're doing all the time. There really isn't a whole lot about that game that you could even complain about at all. There are a few things where I could say, oh, I kind of wish this had been done a little bit differently. Excuse me. And but overall, the game is just pretty much perfect. I've never played a game that perfect where it's just start to finish so fun. I still have a bunch of side quests to do. I need to get back in and do the rest of it to get the platinum. I want the platinum. I'm not going to get it right now, though. There's a lot that I want to play and watch and whatever. So I'll do that and then come back to God of War in a few weeks or a month or so. There's not a whole lot to play this month, as we will get to in a minute.
Good, because I'll just be playing God of War.
Yeah, and there's not a lot to get to next month, really, as we will get to on the first episode of June. But so stay tuned. Radio tease. But I haven't been playing a whole lot else, just because God of War took up all of my gaming time. I've been pretty busy. Have I been watching anything? No. I watched Your Children. I know.
I don't know who your answer is.
Me. I watched Your Children while you watched Infinity War. So
thank you for that.
You're welcome. But it was fun. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but some of them died.
Yeah, I saw them all too. Weird.
But otherwise, there hasn't been a whole lot of time for anything else. God of War is so long and time consuming. It wasn't. I didn't expect it to be that long. I know when it was coming out, people were kind of like, people said that it was 25 to 35 hours or whatever, and I didn't believe them, because usually before the game comes out, people are like, it's a 17-hour game, and then you play it and it's over in 8, which is perfect. I like that. But God of War, I didn't want to end. Like, it just kept going. And I texted Dan one night and I said, hey, how close am I to the end? Because I feel like I'm getting close to the end. I want to play the end on my 4K TV, but I'm also really tired. So should I go to bed or should I finish?
I don't know how you play that on anything but a 4K.
Because I don't want to not play it.
Then just play it.
My regular TV's in my bedroom. So like when I'm laying down for the evening at 6:30 p.m.
I know.
I am very old. Boy,
his nickname is Grandpaldon.
Grandpaldon,
but
Grandpaldon, Gummy Bear, Swear Bear. That's really it. It's not a whole lot of interesting things to talk about as far as playing and watching this week.
Playing God of War.
Everybody's playing God of War. Chat, what have you been playing?
Daniel Linton is waiting to get his telly replaced later this month.
Telly.
I've never actually heard. That's amazing. And I hope that he didn't do that as a joke. That's just how he talks. Because that's. Amazing.
I don't think Daniel is British.
I hope he is now.
I haven't been on God of War since last Tuesday. I've been on the telly.
Due to the screen stuttering and different colours appearing, it would ruin my first-hand experiences. Yeah, but are you British? That's not what we're asking you. All right.
He's got to catch up to it. Arado says one of the recommended videos is called Poop Dynasty. I don't know what that means. Everybody's British. Anyway,
anybody else have any fingers in him?
That British Canadian.
Nobody said that, Dan. You know what's weird? Nobody said that. Oh, he is.
Quit assuming that he wasn't.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Oh, do you like to be called Daniel?
Yes, that's his name, Daniel.
So that's also Daniel.
This Daniel?
His name.
It doesn't.
Yes.
Anyway.
This is a callback to earlier when Daniel said he doesn't like to be called Daniel. He likes to be called Dan.
When did that happen?
About
oh, now it's just getting awkward.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, I would like to issue an apology on that segue. First and foremost,
for the show,
for our show,
whatever the fuck we're doing this week.
But we had been doing Digital Hoarders Backlog Club. We did it for a solid 3.5 months. I, kind of spearheaded it, but then I had to look for a new job. I had to get a new job. I had to start that new job. I had to learn the new job, along with everything else going on in life. So it became hard to kind of balance I can't do anything on Twitter during the day. So it kind of makes it hard to plan anything out or schedule anything or even participate in anything, because by the time I get home, now it's dinner time and got to get the kids ready for bed. So I've had to try to figure all that out. So we took a break a bit from the Backlog Club, and we're going to continue that break on this month. But June,
re-announcing it.
June, we're back, and we're better than ever, baby.
We'll see.
Well, we're back for sure.
We're probably going to play Oxenfree because it's one of Dan.
Dan, how do you feel about Oxenfree?
Oh, can I keep it?
Nope.
No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it right now. It's too much emotion. It really is. I hate that fucking game. So there it is. All right, bleep that out later if you need to. I really don't give a shit.
We're live.
Oh crap! I knew that.
Rado likes Oxenfree.
Oh jeez, I'm out.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, in our group chat one day on Twitter, somebody asked Dan. I asked Dan how he felt about Oxenfree, and he was just like, "That game sucks and I hate it." And I said, that was very subdued for you normally. And then like an entire 3 pages comes through about how bad it is, everything that he hates about it. Arado says it's 10 out of 10 game of the year.
God damn it, Arado.
So we're going to be back and better than ever for the Backlog Club, playing Oxenfree for June. That's not true. We're not playing Oxenfree.
We don't know yet, to be honest. We might.
Maybe it will be. Who knows?
I don't know. I want to announce the games a little bit earlier, starting now.
Yeah.
So that we can kind of have everybody ready to get it. And then we don't really have to worry about whether it's on sale, whether it's $20. If you got a month to get ready for the game, then maybe you're going to be more likely to either
buy
Oxenfree. We're actually going to do Oxenfree for June, July, August, not October. We're going to skip October.
It's going to be when Doc comes back, and we're going to call it Doxenfree.
Doxenfree.
Yeah. It's gonna be
that would have been a good episode title.
I mean, we still could.
All right.
Just like #DadPod. We come up with episode titles in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Because we don't plan shit.
So anyway, I apologize. It sucks. I wanted to address it because we kind of just didn't talk about it. And it wasn't on purpose. It was just like everything's so busy. And I'm like, I want to say something. And then something else would come up.
Yes.
And I don't know if you've noticed on our show, but it gets a little
fun.
ADD. It's fun. So should we go over the games of May? Does anybody know what's coming out in May?
I can name 2 games. If I didn't have a list in front of me, no, I can name 3 games. 4 games.
Just realized one thing that we're missing without Doc on the show, and I got to do it now since I'm hosting.
somebody to give a shit about State of Decay 2.
No, we'll talk about that. But I got to do like the, hey, everybody.
No, you really don't. You don't. Every day.
Love you, Doc.
The four games that I know that I can name that are coming out in May is Detroit Become Human, State of Decay 2, the Street Fighter collection, and the Sega collection, and that's it.
So what you're saying is you don't know anything about Professional Construction, the simulation?
That's this month?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Woo! What do you guys think Professional Construction, the simulation, is about? It's actually out tomorrow on the Nintendo Switch.
Glad I can. It's coming out on a
What's
Thursday.
It called?
Professional Construction - the simulation.
That sounds so terrible.
It really does.
So terrible. It sounds like a simulation of a simulation of a simulation.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
So that is tomorrow. Yesterday, Super Mega Baseball 2 came out. I actually do want to play that.
Super Mega Baseball was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I wonder if this one has a platinum.
It's free on.
And it's free on Xbox.
Xbox Live, yeah.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Nice.
The first one was free a while ago too.
Nice.
Yeah, they had the first one free on Plus and Xbox, so everybody should have the first one. That's our backlog game.
There it is.
Also tomorrow, Total War Saga: Thrones of Britannia. I'm going to gloss over a bunch of these games.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Thrones of Britannia, isn't that like an encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia Britannica.
That's a hard pass. Hey, I found some stuff here.
How hard is it? So one of the things that's funny about looking at this list, there's a lot of actually really good games coming out in May. There's some really good ones, but you know what?
Coming out.
They're all ports on the Nintendo Switch.
Well, yeah.
So it's hard to get excited about those games. Now it's nice that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is going to be on the Switch.
That's a fantastic game.
Yeah, but
Nintendo got real shiesty with that.
Oh, there's a stink bug flying into our screen.
Nintendo got real shiesty with what they did.
There are a lot of Switch games.
Right?
No.
They pulled it off the Nintendo eShop.
Yeah.
So you can't even buy it on the Wii U because it was $20 and they'd rather you play the exact same game with probably no changes except Funky Freeze. Mm-hmm. Something they added. Kind of fucked up. Like
they get away with it though, man. People keep buying that.
You're right.
Yeah, like all of these ports are coming out that are going to be $60 and everyone's going to get it.
Yep. Killing Floor Incursion comes out. Played that at PAX. It's fantastic. If you like Killing Floor, it's Killing Floor in PSVR.
Oh, so is it?
Fucking bananas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there's actually like a story. It's not just a like a rail shooter. There's an actual story, a campaign, and everything to it. So
chair's breaking.
Yeah, this house is old.
Conan Exiles,
which was in early access on Xbox for a while. I'm getting broken. Yeah, so one of the websites that I'm a part of that will send out review codes is sending out review codes for this, but they made it abundantly clear that the version coming out is drastically different than the version that was on Xbox, because that was still considered game preview, yada, yada, yada. But they are abundantly clear that basically don't touch that if you're going to review it. Please only, mess with this. So I think it looks kind of interesting. I didn't know it was a survival game. Like, I think Conan could just be a badass. I don't know why I need to, 7 Days to Die with Conan. I don't know why that needs to be a thing, but that's what it is.
Arado wants to know if they ever censored the dicks.
Apparently the dicks are not.
That's the only thing I know about this whole game is that you could pick the size of your dick.
Not on console. Apparently that's only on PC.
Oh.
Yep.
You're going to have to play it on PC, Dan, so you can finally get it at.
You want to see them swinging dicks, you're going to have to play it on there.
He wants to live a life that he can't live now.
Swinging.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly right.
Laser League. I've never heard of that, but it looks fun.
Immortal Redneck is coming out on the Switch.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that is, but I'm very intrigued now.
I'm not.
Immortal.
A game that my fiance Tanya will be very excited about. Actually, she is very excited about. She just doesn't know that it's coming out this month, and I'm going to have to buy it. Little Witch Academia Chamber of Time. She loves that show. Crickets.
What?
Crickets.
Yeah.
It's an anime. It's an anime that's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original, but really it was an anime before, and Netflix paid for them to make more.
Fascinating.
It's about little witches, like kids in a witch school. And you know what your wife Mary Not your fiance. She doesn't like
my fiance hates.
But your wife Mary loves Harry Potter. She'd probably like this show.
She doesn't like anime. So
Tacoma
is coming on PS4, which I thought was an Xbox exclusive. I didn't know that was ever coming, but
yeah, I thought it was
May 8th. It's coming. It's up
Can I play it in PSVR?
You can play everything in PSVR.
No, but I mean,
not a PSVR game.
Okay, because you can play Tacoma VR on.
Oh, I have no fucking clue.
Maybe it's either Oculus or Vive.
Maybe, but I haven't seen anything on the store for it.
That's my fiance Tanya in the chat. Finally, first time she's decided to say anything because I said Little Witch.
Here's something from my wife, Mary. Fox and Forest.
What does
I don't know what it is, but it's a fox. I'm not getting into that. But
Dan, what does the fox say?
Nope.
What?
Thank you. Just keep it at that. Moving along. Look, Hyrule Warriors is coming to the Switch. Look, Little Nightmares is coming to the Switch. Have fun paying way too much money for the exact same game.
Look, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 are coming out for the Nintendo Switch.
I think Dark Souls Remastered is coming out for the Switch.
Yep.
For everybody, but also on the Switch.
All right, here we go. Here's a big one. State of Decay 2, the 22nd for Xbox and Windows. Who's excited about State of Decay 2?
I am tepid.
Yeah.
So I think the game looks okay, but from everything I've heard, it is just State of Decay 1 with very little improvements. But if you really like State of Decay 1, that's not a bad thing. State of Decay 1 was like the first game I bought when I bought my Xbox, but I never played it because I'm a digital hoarder. Dan, did you ever play? Thank you.
Yeah, I played State of Decay a little bit. It wasn't. I think it was pretty fun. It was just I had a hard time with the controls, and there was a lot to it, and it was a little janky. But it was fun. I can see this being fun with your friends for sure. I mean, it's supposed to be enhanced. I don't know. I've heard it was buggy, but this is just stuff that you hear on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
And I with Game Pass, I'm just gonna try it out. If I like it, then maybe I buy it. It's gonna be one of those things, I think. But people are excited about it.
That's all that matters. People want to play it, and I hope they like it. So, but no, the thing about that I've always fear with survival games is they are a lot of fun, but they wear out the welcome real quick with me. Like I like 7 Days to Die, but after a handful of hours, I'm like, I'm good. I get it. That's why I never jumped, and Doc would hate me for this. That's why I never jumped on Ark. I was like, I know I'm going to put in 4 hours to go. That was fun, but I don't want to do that all again. And
my problem with games like that. So like with Ark, if I didn't want to play it because I knew I would play it for 100 hours, and after that 100 hours though, I would go, what did I do with all my time? I didn't even do anything. Yeah. So like, I would be annoyed with myself for playing it.
But what I think is smart, and I've seen enough trolls on Twitter, but
what
I think
on Twitter?
No, there's 2 or 3 out
Twitter?
there.
Twitter, at least.
But it's a $30 title, so I think that's smart because if a lot of times you can kind of look at the price point and maybe read what you're getting in the game. So maybe that's why it feels so much like State of Decay 1 because it's quote a budget title. But again, it looks fun, and people are going to play it. The early buzz is not very good.
No.
But wait till it comes out and see. I'm kind of with Dan where I feel like Game Pass is perfect because for me, again, on Game Pass, I can pay $10 for the whole month, get my 4 hours, and be like, okay, I got it, and hopefully be proven wrong because while survival games kind of wear me out after a while, I am not somebody who ever gets tired of the zombie apocalypse genre. I'm always down for more of that. So maybe this game can find that happy medium for me. So
so they've implied heavily, but also denied completely that their main focus for this game is to make a multiplayer fun experience.
Yeah.
They've also denied it strongly to say, no, the single player game is going to be great, but the multiplayer game is going to be really great.
Yeah. That's very obvious. That's where that's what this game's made for.
Yeah.
That's what it's designed for. That's like Sea of Thieves, that game, you can play it single player if you want, but you don't want to. You want to play with your friends. So,
yeah.
No, that makes perfect sense.
All right. So also on the 22nd, the same day as State of Decay 2, and I'm far more excited about this game, and I forgot all about it, is Tennis World Tour. I love a good tennis game, and there hasn't been a good one since Top Spin 3.
Sonic All-Stars Tennis.
Is there a Sonic tennis game?
There was. It's actually kind of fun.
I don't think I played it.
It was on 360.
The new Mario tennis was garbage.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Oh.
But it's Mario, so 10 out of 10. What else is coming out?
Here's one that I don't. Go ahead.
No, the only one other than what we've talked about so far, I used to be a big Warhammer 40K person. Used to collect all the little collectible or the.
What a nerd!
I went to conventions with my army of miniatures, the little pewter guys, painted them all up. They look badass. They look almost as good as that picture back there.
Nothing's better than that.
You went with your army of miniatures. Are we talking about your dick again?
Yes, we are.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah. I've already ruined it. Warhammer 40K Inquisitor, I think it is. I'm not sure. I think that's coming out this.
I haven't seen it on the list. Where is it?
Yeah,
well, it was supposed to. Yeah, it was supposed to come out this week. May 11th.
May
Inquisitor
11th. It is
Martyr.
May.
Yeah.
Martyr.
PS4,
Yeah.
Xbox One, PC.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it's an action RPG. It looks kind of like a Diablo kind of game, and I love Diablo.
Nice.
And I love 40K. So hopefully, I used to play like Blood Bowl with the little miniature guys, and so all that Games Workshop stuff. Yeah, thanks.
You're D&D over here. Like
Blood.
You can't be calling him.
I've never played. I know. I
You listen
played
to D&D podcast.
I listened to D&D podcast. I played.
I feel much better now.
Yeah, you're fine.
I joined a Starfinder game, which is basically D&D in space. I play it on Roll20 online. It's going okay. But Blood Bowl always looked really cool to me. I just didn't want to do the miniatures and all that stuff. It's like D&D football, except it. Okay, so it's like D&D Mutant League football.
Oh,
yeah, basically except it's turn based though.
So no.
Yeah,
so
it's not. It's
like
paced.
Blood Bowl.
It's
that
Blood
Bowl game was apparently like a turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was
Mutant
based
League's
on the
fun.
miniatures game.
Yeah, but Mutant League is fun.
Look, let us have our things that we like.
Man. You can have your own podcast about painting pewter figures.
We're going to.
We'll call it Pew Pew.
D&D. It's gonna be
Pew
so
Pew.
much fun.
It could be fun. I gotta say it wasn't. It hasn't been fun yet. May 24th. I don't know now. If somebody in the chat can let me know, because I've actually not been able to figure out the answer to this. I haven't looked very hard. But May 24th, Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night. I love rhythm games and I love Persona. I'm really excited about these games. See, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm on Wiki.
Yeah.
What I'm afraid of is I think they might be coming out in Japan on that day, but not in North America. It doesn't say anywhere on the list.
Oh yeah, weird.
But so if it's coming out in America that day, I'm going to get them both day one.
The only thing I see coming out May 24th is Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers.
What?
So there you go.
Is that?
It's a 3DS game, so all hold on to your 3DS.
It's a 3DS tower defense game.
Moving along. The day after that, Dark Souls Remastered, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. This little teeny tiny title called Detroit Become Human. Which
Never
I'm
heard of
very
it.
excited for. And that's it on the 25th, actually. Look, Switch owners, you get another game that came out 4 years ago. The Legend of K. What the fuck? Who is there like, we need more games? Legend of K, that game that's $1.99 on every single PSN sale. Let's move that over and charge them $40 for it. They'll buy it.
Never heard of it before in my life. You know what? I'm getting to that point where I have not turned my Switch on for months.
Same. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I turned it on.
I mean, really, it was. I finished Zelda, and that was it. And I was just like, all right. I mean, I don't know if I should save it or sell it. And but Smash Brothers is coming out, but it's probably going to be a port. It's one of those things where it's like, man, it's just taking up space.
Yeah. And
I can really use that space for more, controllers.
Something else. Yeah.
How much? Yeah. How much you trying to sell it for? I need to play Mario Odyssey.
You need to play Mario Odyssey? Yeah, we can talk about it. I'm not even joking.
Okay.
I got 2 of them in the house, so I mean,
whoa!
I bought my kids one, and this one I won. I won in like a contest, so I really didn't.
You win a lot of contests, don't you?
Well, you got to enter a lot of contests to win a lot of contests.
This is true. Yeah. I just won a 5-day Xbox Live Gold Pass the other day.
I won Mega Man headphones that I don't wear.
I remember. I won it, and he was like, "Congratulations, you're the winner." I'm like, "Sweet." And it just said Xbox Live Gold. I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll extend my." That's how I found out how much I still have. He's like, "Here's your 5-day pass." I'm like, "Oh crap." If I'd have known that, I would have just given it to somebody. Yeah, I would have just given it to somebody.
You get that from the Chips Ahoy stuff?
Probably.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's a great.
Yeah, you can see Sea of Thieves is on Chips Ahoy right now. You can get some kind of skin. Then they give you a 5-day game pass
and
a 5-day and cookies. And cookies.
To be fair, the skins in Sea of Thieves are worth like 45 game hours.
Ugh.
Yes.
Those things are impossible to get.
Look, Dan, your painting figures just like nerded up the whole fucking chat.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I've never heard of her. Tanya.
Who?
Says, Dan, I can relate. I used to paint all the 40K figures for my friends. Tanya, you don't have friends. Stop lying to yourself.
She had friends because they wanted her to paint their 40K figures. She doesn't like Warhammer at all, but she painted the figures because she likes to paint.
Yeah, that was the really fun part.
Liam says, painting minis, it's fucking cool. I was on the fence about you, but now you're cool, Dan.
Thanks, Liam. Shout out. Woo!
D&D is the shit.
But he did say that he was on the fence about you, so
yeah.
Fair enough.
Stop whatever you were doing before.
Wasn't really on the fence.
Just talk about painting figures now for an hour and a half.
Then he said, wasn't really on the fence, LOL. Known Brandon for most of my life. If he's cool with you, I'm cool with you.
Well, that's still the
verdict is still out. Yeah, we'll see.
It's fun.
I was cool with him before he started talking about painting figures. So I went the opposite route with him.
So yeah, we might be going backwards. Crap.
Then, Diego.
You won the best contest of all, my heart.
It seems to get easier and easier every week, though. I love that, man. I love him so much.
May 29th.
Yeah, what's happening?
Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. I don't know if that's a port or if it's a new game.
Also not on my list.
I like Harvest Moon. Oh, that might just be Japan too. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. I know, Brandon, you said you were excited about that.
I'm on the fence on that one. I'm all over the Sega Mega Drive Classics Collection.
When is that out?
Same day.
That's not on my list.
Had a better list. But the Street Fighter one, I'm back and forth on. I mean, it's only $30 and you get every single Street Fighter game except for 5. But like you and I were talking earlier, I know I won't really play them. But for $30, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
And let's get to the crown jewel of May 31st.
Yeah, not on my list either.
Liar Princess and the Blind Prince for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PS Vita. The Vita's not dead, folks.
Folks.
You
really emphasize the L in that.
Folks.
Hey, look, in June, I don't care if we're not in June.
We're not doing
That's
June
when Jurassic World Evolution comes out.
I'm actually really excited about the game. We'll talk about that in June.
Oh, damn it.
Side quest. So, Dan, what game are you most excited to play in May? Where's Doc? What game are you excited to play in May?
Really, it's that 40K game, but also Detroit, I think. I've never played one of those games. I know we kind of talked about that before, so I really kind of want to dive in and see how that works. I may hate it. I'm pretty sure I won't. I already pre-ordered it, but it's one of those things that's probably going to be, stuck on the backlog for a little while. State of Decay, I'm going to play it on Game Pass, see how it is, and then if it's okay, maybe I play that a little bit, and then 40K, and that's pretty much it. Everything else, I have no idea what you guys were fucking talking about.
Yeah, same. I was reading it and I didn't know what it was.
Was there Pretty Little Liars? Was that a video game?
Yeah.
If it was, my wife would be all over that game. Our old buddy, our British pal, Daniel Linton.
Isn't Far Cry 3 for season pass holders coming on the 29th? I just love tea. Daniel, I'm just. I hope I'm funny and not being a dick.
No,
Am I being a dick? Daniel, let me know if I'm being a dick, and I'll stop right away.
You're being a dick.
I said Daniel.
Such a dick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chinese.
Anyway, I don't know if does it come out on the. I haven't seen that.
I think it does.
So fuck me, because I platinumed all that. Now I feel like I have to platinum Far Cry 3 as well, and there won't be any fucking bogus online trophies. So it'll be a lot easier.
It's true.
Fuck, I didn't know that's when that was coming.
So what are you most excited about, Brandon?
Detroit
Brandon.
Human, by far.
Yeah.
Really? It's really it, to be honest with you. After that would be the Sega collection, just because Sega was my system growing up. And it's got a really nice list of games on there. State of Decay 2, like Dan said, I have a inkling in, like, I'll give it a little bit of time. If Far Cry 3 is coming out, then I will play Far Cry 3 as well. But let's be honest, I won't be done God of War, so all of this is for naught, because I'll still be playing that.
Thanks for asking. I'm really excited about.
Hey, Alden, what do you want to play this year?
To be honest, if Persona Dancing was coming out in North America, which I'm not sure about yet, did anybody answer that in the chat? I don't think so. People just talked about minis over and over and over. We got to get rid of Dan.
I'm out. Me and you should know.
I really like Persona 4 Dancing All Night. It got kind of old, but it was fun to play. It's a rhythm game that obviously with the Persona theme, and I love Persona 4, but it also has a story throughout it, and that's the thing that there's a lot of really good rhythm games that just get boring because you're just hitting play on another song. It's fun to have that kind of progression where you're unlocking things as you go. I really love rhythm games. The problem with Persona 4 was that you had to replay the same songs a lot, which is a bummer. So I hope they fix that in these games where you can play that. But I'm really excited for Detroit. We've talked about it a bunch last week. I'm worried that it's going to be too much like anxiety and fear.
Oh, it absolutely is.
And I hope that I'm okay with it. Because Heavy Rain was like that, but I don't know. The way it played and the way it was hard to kind of get around and stuff made it kind of, I don't know. It lessened the blow of the constant adrenaline that runs through that game. Yeah. Because I was just like, there's a lot of gameplay where it slows it down. I get the feeling that this is going to play a lot better. Okay. But Persona Dancing All Night is not out in America yet, so May is ruined.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna have to start paying minis. But I get the feeling that Detroit is going to play a lot smoother. It's going to be a much smoother gameplay experience, which is going to make it more stressful because it's going to be like more smooth, if that makes any sense. A little bit. Speaking of Dan's minis.
Yeah.
So anyway.
No idea what he's talking about, so you read it.
Telling me that you don't want to replay Every Day is Great at Your Juness over and over again forever, Alden. Yeah. So there's a song in Persona 4 that was like the theme song that would play every time the little sister watches TV. And every time she watched TV, it would play this, Every Day is Great. It was like the jingle, and she would sing along to it. And for the longest time, I thought, like, this has to be like a plot point because every time she watches this damn TV, she sings that song. And I was like, it's definitely the killer is, this store. The store like sucks people in. Oh. That's what I thought. No, it has nothing to do with it. And
it's miraculous inside of the Persona world.
But then when you play the Persona 4 Dancing All Night, you had to replay that song just over and over and over. It was ridiculous.
Boy, I can't wait to play Persona.
Yeah.
Also, I always say Persona.
That was a dancing game. You don't want to play that.
I always play Persona. When you play Persona, which one is it?
I don't think it matters.
It does. Unless one's correct, one isn't.
Look it up.
Aldine.
Google it.
That's not correct.
Google it, just like you do every episode of #DadPod.
All right, Aldine.
Hoarders. So let me explain what we're about to do while Brandon looks up how to pronounce Persona. We have created a new segment, a new Digital Hoarders experience. Our plan is to do it on every episode, so that means we're going to do it 4 times. Persona.
Persona.
Thank you, lady.
One more time. Into the microphone. Nobody talk.
Sure. Oh, wait. I'm not prepared.
Persona.
So you're wrong.
I don't
so
care.
It does matter.
I still don't care, though. So it doesn't matter.
It's not a fucking sauna.
I like saunas.
Sanctimonious.
Oh, hi, Doc in the chat.
Oh. So I guess I'll talk about Doc. But what I was saying was I love Doc, and he's the greatest human being of all time.
But so we created a new segment, Digital Hoarders Side Quest. It'd be cool to have like a drop. I want a drop where I could just like
be a lot more professional.
Hit a button and it's just like Digital Hoarders Side Quest.
With you until
5 minutes.
And that's when I'm gonna do Doc's dance.
Side quest was just
Digital Hoarders Side Quest. That's the Doc dance.
Nailed it.
Still here in spirit and in our chat.
And literally in the
Digital Hoarders Side Quest. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take 5 minutes out of the show, just 5 minutes, to talk about a random ass topic that's fun, something that we can a question that we can answer and talk about quickly. We'd love it if you guys all come up with questions and send them in to us. These whatever random questions. What we're going to do today is going to be
something I've been kicking the door down for a long time.
Brandon has literally wanted to do this since our first episode.
Yep. But nobody likes me. Nobody listens to me.
No, we all liked it.
Waited for a week where we didn't have anything to talk about. I'm like, got it. I'm in. No, so whenever I play games, in my head, there's always a little mini game going on where I am casting these people into a movie. It's something my wife and I do every single time we play a game.
Match the genitals.
And it's just become this thing that I do now. So every time I play a game, I go, oh, this was a movie, blank would be perfect. So that's what we're going to do. So the first movie up is a little indie darling called The Last of Us. So how do we want to do this? We just each go off. We before the show, we threw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters, and then cast them. I did indeed. I'm semi-prepared. All of like 20 minutes ago. So I guess we'll just go through the list and go around and see who's got who. So Dan Rodriguez, who did you cast for Joel?
All right,
5 minutes
Joel,
started.
Liam Neeson. Oh, shit. We're tied.
All right,
because he's cool in everything. I mean,
we should like throw this to the. Oh
yeah,
I'm gonna find a way to catalog all of this and try to get like everybody can vote on Twitter, and we'll put together the cast.
I don't know how we're gonna do that.
Just a ton of different polls. So
okay.
All right. So you said Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Okay. Aldine.
So I have 2.
Doesn't work.
My first choice, I was gonna say Troy Baker, just because he's so fantastic as Joel. I know it's a cop-out, and he's such a sexy, beautiful man.
He's a California surfer dude.
But if you saw him at PSX, and I'm pretty sure you did.
I did.
I
wasn't there, but I mean,
oh, that's right. He had ruggeded it up a little bit.
Little bit.
And he played that song. God, that was so good.
Oh, my God. He just came a little.
I do. I love music.
God,
but I think my...
sound design.
The sound design. It was really good. But I think really my choice for Joel is going to be Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay. JDM. So my choice is, and actually somebody else said it in the chat too. I'm putting Hugh Jackman in there because watching him play Old Man Logan, I mean, that's essentially Joel.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't really know that there's a role that Hugh Jackman can't play. But again, Old Man Logan was Joel. So that is, so we got Hugh Jackman, Liam Neeson, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I actually really like that choice. And a little bit of a spoiler. Brandon didn't look at this list, but I had thought maybe Hugh Jackman. And then I Googled some people's pictures. Also, never mind. I'll talk about that later. There was a funny picture that came up when I was Googling people. But there was an IMDb list that somebody put together of people that would be best characters. And Brandon didn't know this because I watched him stumble across that list while we were sitting here and he was putting together this list and he was like, damn it!
Now I look like I copied said list.
Hugh Jackman is on that list.
Fucking course it is.
All right.
So Ellie Alden.
All right. Ellie, I went with Maisie Williams, who turns out was also on that list, but I just
was offered the role already.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I just felt like she would fit that Ellie character. I think there are younger actresses that could do it. I just couldn't think of any because I'm bad at movies.
My only gripe with Maisie Williams when they announced her is just appearance-wise.
Yeah.
You don't have to look just like it, but I think she's just a little too far away from what. But what about you, Dan? Who'd you pick?
I went with Chloe Moritz.
Chloe Moritz.
Chloe.
Chloe.
Chole.
Chode Moretz.
Chole. I should mention.
Doc is gone, but his autocorrect is not.
Oh,
Chole.
I went.
Chole.
We have 2 minutes left.
Yeah, so fuck your timer.
Yeah,
I went with Caitlin Dever. Now, a lot of people don't know who Caitlin Dever is. As soon as we started playing The Last of Us on the PS3, I told my wife, this is... So there was a show called Last Man Standing with Tim Allen, and she played his youngest daughter, and she's fucking perfect. And then, lo and behold, she pops up on that fucking IMDb list. I think the only thing that people would notice her from recently is she was in the movie Detroit, and she got a lot of critical acclaim for that. So
Become Human?
Nope, the movie. The super fucked up racist movie. Yeah. But Caitlin Dever is my choice. She's fantastic. She'd be the right age. Tess.
Arado said that Ellen Page can play Ellie. She's 40 but looks young. Yeah, we can't go down that route because Ellen Page sued Naughty Dog.
She'll go suing again. Tess. Dan.
Well, you go.
All right, fine. Carrie Ann Moss is who I picked.
Okay.
Everybody knows Carrie Ann Moss from The Matrix, but Carrie Ann Moss, if you look at her now, she looks like Tess.
It's a really good choice.
But
yeah.
I went with Evangeline Lilly because I like her so much. She looks similar, and I love her so much. Yeah. And I wish she did more. I thought in Ant-Man that they were setting her up to be Wasp. I didn't even realize that in Ant-Man 2 she's not Wasp. That sucks.
Yeah, because they definitely set it up like this. Yeah, even at the very end of the movie. But true.
It's a bummer. Dan, who did you pick? Which Chole did you pick?
Which Chole did you pick?
Chole. I mean, it's not even a joke because I did. I picked another Chole. Chloe Bennett.
Chole Bennett.
Shield.
Okay. All right. I'm not familiar with her, but
time's up.
Bennett.
Okay. Damn it.
That's what something like this won't work for 5 minutes.
Well,
give us 10.
Maybe 10.
All right. So 2 Choles.
God damn it.
What about Marlene? You got any Choles for Marlene, Dan? Or
no, I went with I ran out of Choles.
Okay, good.
So I went with Sonequa Martin Green from The Walking Dead.
Yep, that's exactly who I picked. Although I wrote her fucking Walking Dead character. She played Sasha. I wrote down her fucking Walking Dead character name. But yes, that is exactly who I picked because she looks the part and she's a fantastic actress.
She's awesome.
We hadn't. I for some reason didn't see this in the text, and I didn't pick someone, so I just kind of had to go off the seat of my pants. I picked. Oh shit! I forget her name.
Chole.
Cholerson. What's her name? Aisha Tyler.
Okay.
She's not a great actress, but I love her.
She's a good voice actress.
Yeah.
David.
We need our so before I picked Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Joel, I had said Andrew Lincoln for David, Rick Grimes, but I changed it because I don't want it to be The Walking Dead.
I think Andrew Lincoln needs to be in a lot more stuff anyway.
I agree, but Adrian Brody would be a really... This came from a friend at work. So I was talking to a friend at work, and I said, well, man, on the show tonight, we're going to talk about Last of Us movie. And she immediately was like, Adrian Brody would be David. I was like, shit, like that's really good. And that's where it came across. So I pulled up Adrian Brody on Google Images, and one of the first things that comes up is a cat that looks like Adrian Brody next to Adrian Brody.
Oh,
it was funny as shit.
So the Adrian Brody cat.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
For David?
Yeah.
David Harbour. That just kind of was fresh in my mind.
Right.
That's not bad, but I don't know how he would pull off being like the creepy, like, turns out I'm actually a creepy pervert.
My guy can. Viggo Mortensen.
Oh.
Fucking Viggo Mortensen.
Okay.
Can play just about anything. Yeah. So that's who I picked as David. The last human character on here is Riley, which you didn't.
I came up with somebody.
Okay. So Riley, if you're familiar with Riley, She was mostly she's prominent in the Left Behind DLC for The Last of Us, but that played a pretty big part in who Ellie was. So in our movie, we're showing you the backstory. Can't for the life of me say this young lady's name, but she was in the new Annie movie.
Persona.
No, she was in the new Annie movie. Her name starts with Quvenzhane Willis. She's done. I think she was in Beast of the Southern Wild. She's a very good actress, and I didn't know how old she was. Now turns out she's 15, and she looks exactly like Riley from The Last of Us. So it's kind of perfect. However the fuck you say her name, Willis.
Choli.
Persona.
Dan, did you pick anybody for Riley?
Willow Smith.
Okay.
No, I don't want her in anything.
No, I really don't either.
Flips her hair back and forth.
Yeah.
It depends on how old Ellie is, but I like Zendaya, who was Zendaya
in Homecoming.
Yeah, she was the Mary Jane in Spider-Man: Homecoming. She's a little bit old for the role, but so is Maisie Williams. So it really depends on how to go with it. I like your choice, to be honest, 100 times more.
Okay,
that girl is really good.
Yeah.
And then for shits and giggles, this was Dan's idea, and it's pretty great. There'll be a lot of them, but who's playing a clicker in your movie, Dan?
I went with Tom Hardy because that kind of hits his acting range. I really can't stand that dude.
Mumbling.
Yeah. That dude. Oh, he's terrible. So hopefully he gets killed a lot. That's why I go with him.
You're really playing it for Venom, is what you're telling us. Okay, good.
He is my actor. Oxenfree. So that's about where I'm at with that dude.
Mine's Jeremy.
Watching the Venom trailer, and I'm just like, ugh, God, that's terrible.
That's Jeremy Renner for me. I fucking hate Jeremy Renner. Everything he does.
Side quest on the side quest. How do you feel about Venom the character? Like, are you excited about the movie, or are you not excited about the character of Venom? Because I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'll tell you my feelings on Venom in a second. Radio tease.
I love Venom and the character. I can't stand that guy. I can't stand Tom Hardy. He's worthless. He has no emotion. I don't even know what the hell his fucking accent is in that movie, but he sounds like
I was trying to figure that one out too. I
don't know what the hell's going on with that dude. Yeah, I don't know if it's like New York / 2-year-old. I don't know what the hell's going on. But
douche.
No, that guy can eat a dick.
Wow. I liked Venom a lot when I was a kid, but as an adult, I think he's pretty boring as far as villains go. He's just kind of, he's just like the big, like, scary whatever. There's not a whole lot of depth to him. So, and so far now, it's been Tom Hardy and Topher Grace playing Venom.
Very similar actors.
So anyway, what was the question?
Who's your clicker?
I went with, I think it'd be funny if it was Vin Diesel, because then it could just be like
it's just Groot all over again. He doesn't actually say any. At least with Groot, he says 3 words.
Yeah,
he doesn't say anything.
But seriously, Billy West, who is a voice actor for Futurama, he does a million voices on Futurama, but he does a lot of voices in a lot of things. And I obsessively watch Futurama.
Yes, you do.
So I know every detail of every episode.
Okay,
but he does like animal characters too a lot, where he just makes these weird noises, and he's just so good at it. Billy West would be amazing.
All right, I went with
took that very seriously.
Andy Serkis, because if you are mocapping this guy, then Andy Serkis can do no wrong. He's played King Kong, he's played Caesar in all the Planet of the Apes movies, amongst 1,000 other things. So I picked Andy Serkis because he's kind of like the quintessential mocap guy now.
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy you go to. So all right. See, I like that. I think that's fun. So I wrote them all down, and I'll just put polls up, and we'll we should cast our overall movie, and then fucking make a terrible Photoshop poster for it with these people.
Oh God.
Dan, I got it.
Dan?
Don't worry.
Yeah, come on. Get on it, man.
Yep.
Or just paint 8 miniatures as these characters.
Go fuck yourself, Alden.
Don't worry, Tanya will help you paint them.
All right.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. So
if we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 polls, should I also do my video game poll?
That's up to you. It's not a bad idea. It would get kind of buried.
Yeah. It would get a little
buried.
We
can push it back.
We'll do my poll next week. I have my poll that I very carefully planned out as we were starting the show. So
yeah, exactly. Then that's not a bad idea. We'll just roll that one off, and then I don't know if you guys like that segment, the video game, but if you do, send us more movies video games that you want us to cast, and don't be smartasses. Don't send us like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, we're gonna need some serious shit.
Debbie Does Dallas,
because obviously Uncharted is gonna come up.
Yeah,
and The Witcher, and I don't know, these are definitely gonna come up. You know, I don't know. So yeah, these are definitely gonna come up.
And any random ass questions if you want to.
For sure.
If you've got like, what would be the best video game sandwich? I've just made that up off the top of my head, but I'm saying like any weird stuff that we can just kind of joke about for 5 or 10 minutes would be fantastic.
We kind of started this last week with the island thing, but we didn't realize we'd started it early. So I ruined that. I'm sorry.
You did.
I'm sorry. So yeah, we'll put these 7 polls up. I wish I might be able to do a thread. I don't know if you can thread polls or not. That I don't know, but if you can, I'll try that and see what we can do. I'm waiting for it, Dan. Go ahead.
You can for sure. Get some fingers up in that poll.
Just take a couple out of Dan and.
What are we doing?
I don't think he can spare any. Okay, so if I'm not doing my poll, that throws me way off.
Sorry, I just fucked up the whole show.
I mean, that's fine. What are we at? We're at an hour. So I guess it's time to start wrapping things up. Horizon Zero Dawn.
See, Dead Space was I actually was about to say Dead Space. The only thing is, who the fuck is I can't think of anybody but Isaac Clarke.
Yeah, you would have to.
And he's in a mask the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
So it could be
You'd
Tom
have
Hardy.
To cast like all the dead bodies.
Just lots of trolleys.
That's a sweet spot right there. Just playing.
We're just gonna put Tom Hardy in everything. Horizon Zero Dawn, you could totally cast because there's enough characters you come across.
Oh yeah.
That'd be a hard one to cast.
I'd say that's the thing. Like, you want to look at things like Halo and stuff like that, but you can't really
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel and a naked blue chick.
Yeah, he'd be
Rebecca Romaine. she just busts out her Mystique outfit. I don't know. Yeah, think of more because I like doing this. I think
the fun. Movies, the games, and then just random ass questions. Desert Island games. Obviously, we already did that. Stuff like that. We've got plenty that we want to do too, but we just want a little fun segment of the show because that's what we enjoy doing, is keeping things fun.
Next week we have a special guest.
We do,
so we won't probably. Well, I guess we could. We can pull
him into absolutely we will.
Next week we have Brian Marquez from Adult Swim Games. I met him at PAX this year. Super nice guy, big time gamer, huge PlayStation fan. But it'll be a lot of fun to talk to. So he'll be on the show next week.
He worked on Battleship Brigade,
Brigade, which is currently on the Switch. It's coming to PS4. Really fun guy. It's gonna be a lot of fun talking to him next week. So
cool.
All right.
Yeah. You know anything else he worked on?
That's his first.
Oh, really?
He got fucking thrown into a great studio and a great game. So
Adult Swim Games is fantastic. Everything they do is really interesting.
Yeah. Always different. Very bizarre. Battleship Brigade's a weird fucking game.
It's nuts. I want to play it so bad.
Yeah. I don't know who's played it on the Switch. It's a weird game. So he'll be fun to talk to though. Very energetic, very passionate about games. So.
All right. So Dan, do you have anything you'd like to add to the people before we get off here? Do you want to leave it at that creepy miniature painting, penis sizing conversation?
Finger inserting stuff.
Yeah.
Let's just
show you that.
Yeah. You've had Tom Hardy fingers inside of you. Tom Hardy's fingers inside you.
See?
Your sister-in-law would love that.
No.
She does love Tom Hardy.
Yep. Done.
Just saying.
And there goes our guest next week.
Nope. He'll understand. I'm pretty sure there's lots of chicks out there that want Tom Hardy. Not for his acting ability, apparently, but
I think my fiance Tanya likes Tom Hardy.
There you go.
Josh, she loves Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin would make a good Joel.
Josh Brolin was somebody I'd actually thought about. I just can't not see Hugh Jackman. After Logan, I just can't not see Hugh Jackman. Did you want to change your JDM?
No, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan would really do well at the whole Joel being hysterical and angry and then sad and then calm. So I think he'd be good. I don't like Negan, but I think that shows that he has the range to do a million different things.
I love Negan because he's the kind of bad guy, oddly enough, like Thanos, where you are like, he's a monster.
No, he's just a monster.
But I kind of get it. No. You stop watching the show. He's not a monster. He's really not.
I read all the comics.
But we'll get into that later. Walking Dead podcast. Yeah. Dan's a Walking Dead fan. So
hey, Dan, remember when I asked you if you had anything you wanted to add, and then I talked for 20 minutes?
No, I'm good. Yeah, we just talked about the fingers and Tom Hardy, so I'm pretty set for the week.
Oxenfree?
Yeah, and Choli. Yeah, and fucking Oxenfree.
Brandon, do you have anything you would like to add this evening before we pass the torch on to another day?
I don't believe so. No, I don't think so.
Come on, Choli.
Choli, I got nothing.
Choli.
Tune in for all of our Infinity War spoilers in 3, 2, 1, go.
Choli is in it.
No!
Choli!
Choli doesn't make it to Infinity Wars 2.
I hope that's the name. They just get real lazy with the titles after this. Infinity Wars 2.7.
Infinity Wars, some Avengers are here.
Infinity Wars, Birth by Sleep. Like it just...
Infinity Wars, Dream Drop Distance. Infinity Wars 365 divided by 7 plus 4.
What are they doing here?
Kingdom Hearts is a disaster.
Yeah. Never got into that game, and I'm glad. Are you a Kingdom Hearts fan at all?
I want to. Kingdom Hearts is one of those games where I like the concept, and I love Final Fantasy, and Disney's fun. I want to enjoy it.
Doesn't mean they should ever cross-pollinate.
Yeah, but it could be good. But I only got a few hours into the first one, like 5 times, and got bored and stopped.
Yeah. I think that about sums it up.
I feel like I could enjoy 1, 2, and then upcoming 3. But all of the other side random ass games are nuts.
Yeah.
And they're all canon. Yeah. So I guess to play Kingdom Hearts 3, you have to have played all of these weird ass Dream Drop Distance.
They're all on PS4 now. They make it slightly easier. So
yeah, but they're hundreds and hundreds of hours.
Not much easier, just slightly easier. No, I can never get over the fact that Final Fantasy is a dark. There's a lot of dark stuff going on there. It's a great story, and you're like, oh, he's gonna whatever with fucking Goofy. I'm sorry, that just doesn't mesh with me. I cannot take a story seriously when he's doing it. He's like, look behind him. I can't take that shit seriously.
Well, if you play a little bit, fingers in Goofy, so it is a little darker than you actually think. Yeah, spoiler.
Those fingers are in me.
That's why he says it like that. That's the noise he makes. Never mind, I'm not going there. Dan, did you ever play the Kingdom Hearts games?
We turned the show off, right?
No. Did you ever play Kingdom Hearts?
What are we talking about? Yeah, I played the first one when I actually had a PS1. Is that when they first came out? Yeah. I haven't touched it since. I mean, I don't even have it anymore. When the hell was that?
It was PS2.
Maybe it was PS2. I don't remember. I played the first one, and then that was it. It was kind of a throwaway. Man.
I bought Kingdom Hearts on PS2. I bought it again on PS3, and I bought it again on PS4.
No.
And I've never finished it.
Bravo.
I've never gotten more than 3 hours in.
We have them on the PS3 and the PS4 because my wife, Mary, always goes, I loved Kingdom Hearts as a kid, and she has put a combined 11 minutes into it. I'm like, I'm going to stop fucking buying these things. Please play these, because I won't trade them in because they're her games. But nobody's fucking playing these things. So,
Arata says Josh Brolin should have been Batman instead of Ben Affleck. I don't know about that, but I do think Josh Brolin would make a great Batman.
I think Josh Brolin. No, I like Batfleck. I think he's good.
Yeah, I'm not saying he should be over Affleck. I just think he would be a good Batman.
I think they gotta stop putting Brolin in comic book movies. He's in two within a week of each other. So it's. That being said, Josh Brolin's fucking awesome, and he's gonna be great as Cable, so I don't care.
Yeah,
and he was great as Thanos. Okay,
thank you for joining us for Digital Hoarders Anonymous meeting number 31. Be sure to join us next week as we discuss our addiction and try to convince you to buy more games. When I think that's the opposite of what Alcoholics Anonymous does, but
we're not very good at this.
We're bad at it, but we love our addiction.
We told you.
Do we get a coin when we're done?
Yeah, you get a coin. I'm gonna send it in the mail. It's got a finger on it.
You got to put it in you.
You got to put it in you. Thank you for joining us. Digital Hoarders, episode 31. Hashtag hoard on.